Hello everybody and welcome to the Holistic Growth Show, where it is my aim to equip students with essential skills that, for some reason, aren't taught in schools. My name is Tim Evertse and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello everybody, it's good to be back. I know I haven't been posting for quite a while, but it's because of exams and prioritizing studying so that I can, do well in exams. So that's the reason why I've been posting that often. But I am here now, and oddly enough, I'm today talking about distractions. So having distractions and whatnot, and how we can mitigate the amount of distractions that we have. And so it's really interesting because when I think about distractions, I often think of, okay, you have your purpose that you're going on, but then you're going to go a different direction or a different route. That's obviously a distraction. And I think, where was I? I was waiting in the car, I think. So I was just waiting for someone. And I was going through my bookmarks folder. Now, I have different bookmarks folders. I have bookmarks on Instagram, and I have bookmarks on Twitter, which is now called X. I'll just call it X. I have bookmarks on X, and I also have bookmarks on anything that I can find really. So like the watch later playlist on YouTube and all those things. So, and I think one of the habits that has really helped me is just to have that. And then when I'm waiting or trying to kill time or something, I can just go through the watch later playlist. I can just go through the bookmarks folder and all those things. Anyway, trying not to get distracted. I was reading something about distractions, and someone made a point, and I think I can't remember who it was, but there was a point of distractions having to do with options. And so the key is that the less options you have, the less distracted you are. And I thought to myself, wait, that's actually a very good point. In our lives, if we have more options of what we can do with our time, and the current task or the current reality that we are living in is worse than the options that we have, we'll obviously take the better option, because that's how we're sort of wired as humans. We wired to pick the better option. And it's interesting because then I was sort of thinking a bit about it, and the idea that came to me was that it's almost like a distraction equation kind of thing. So, I mean, I know people don't really like equations because it's math and math is difficult, but this one is kind of simple. It's just that distraction is equal to your, maybe not distraction, but more your focus. And so the distraction equation that I sort of came up with was, it's reality minus options. And when you get to a point where your options become greater than your reality, you're distracted. But if you have a reality that is better than your options, then you have focus, so the whole idea is that you have to increase your reality as best as you can, and you decrease the options that you have for doing something else. And so what do I mean by reality? Well, if I think about in my life, I have certain types of addictions and certain types of habits that I fall into that are not productive, things that are distracting and taking away from what I want to do. And so, the typical example I can use is studying. I have this studying that I need to do. I have this I have studying that I need to do. And the reality is that sometimes studying can be hard work. Studying can be rough. Studying can be really a slog to get through. And the better option that my brain would find would be to spend my time on something that I enjoy doing. So it would be something like scrolling social media, or something like binge watching YouTube videos, or something like even it can even be good distractions like grabbing a book that I want to read, or doing Sudoku, or reading the Bible, or just leaving my desk and eating food or something. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But the idea is that the reality that you are in at that moment of studying seems worse, and so you opt for the better option and you go out and you do whatever you want to do to distract yourself from that. So my sort of opinion on it is just that you need to make the reality better. So how do you do that? Well, you can do things like gratitude. You can do things like making the task easier. You can do things like just putting the task into perspective of how it fits into your goals, all those sorts of things. Or sometimes the easier thing that you can do is to just reduce the options that you have. So reducing the options could mean, putting your phone on silent or putting your phone away. It could be things like, closing the door, removing noise or anything like that to study in a quiet and focused environment. It could be something like putting on a timer and saying, unless the timer clocks 3 hours, 4 hours, or even half an hour, I will not go and look at social media. I will not go and onto my phone and respond to messages. I will not do anything else until this timer is done. By reducing the options, you can have more focus and you can have a better reality. So I think that's what it is. If you have distractions, is your reality minus your options. If you have a greater reality, then you have less distractions. But if you have more options, you have less focus and you have more distractions. And so that's what I want to leave you with. It's kind of short, but short and sweet. And yeah, I hope that you're able to use this in whatever capacity that you can. And I hope that it helps you to be more focused and to be less distracted. And yeah, have a lush one.